Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Uh, what a win by the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. They won 34-11 in their final home game. Ah, Cincinnati fans, what do you want to talk about? You are what 0-4 versus these teams like Pittsburgh, and you still have yet to beat teams like us. I believe what is it, North teams that are in Pittsburgh's same situation. But yeah, you still have yet this season to beat any of those teams like Pittsburgh. 0-4 is your record against them, or against teams in general that are in the same position like Pittsburgh. 0-3, 0-4. And Mason Rudolph's first start, probably since 2021, which was versus the Lions. 2023. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide the Pittsburgh Steelers sleigh tonight? And that, my friends, is a win. This man went, if you heard that in the background, that was my Bluetooth speaker. This man went 17 for 27, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. 0 interceptions. And if we go to rushing, or no, receiving, let's look at this. Jaylen Warren, 5 receptions, 30 yards. 18 yards was his longest. We go down here. Deontay Johnson, 2 catches, 15 yards. 10 yards was his longest catch of the game. Allen Robinson, 4 catches, 36 yards. He averaged 9 yards in this game. And okay, I had to check my battery. Yeah, he averaged 9 yards. 14 yards was his longest. And when you give guys like George Pickens the right quarterback, especially one that has nothing to lose and can sling it downfield, I think he's pretty happy with Mason Rudolph. In one of these, one of his longest catches was a 40-yard catch down the field. Now, we know the stuff that has been going on off the field after the Colts game, and every right to believe so. You know, that stuff's uncalled for, and I do not condone it. I do not accept that type of effortless play. But in this game, George Pickens, 4 receptions, 195 yards, nearly 200 yards. 86 yards was his longest. 2 touchdowns caught by him. 2 touchdowns. Oh, yeah, I completely went over the rushing stats. Najee Harris, 19 attempts, 78 yards. Uh, 13 was his longest. 1 touchdown. Calvin Austin, had one rushing touchdown off of a jet sweep, and which it was only 7 yards, but hey, I'm super excited to see what he does in the near future because he is a promising piece. He's our mini Tyreek Hill, is what we call him. And let's just talk about this defense that held the Bengals to 11 points. 1 sack, 1 interception for Alex Highsmith. Mark Robinson got in for 2 tackles. Miles Kilbrew, 1 tackle. TJ Watt, 2 tackles and a sack, which made 2 sacks for the Steelers in this game. Eric Rowe had 3 tackles and an interception that put us in that position to get a touchdown, which is what we got. He was very surprising. Amon Watts had 1 tackle. Elijah Riley, 1 tackle. 3 tackles for Chandon Sullivan. Nick Herbig, 2 tackles. Levi Wallace, 5 tackles. He still sucks. I don't care what anybody says. Marcus Golden, 1 tackle. 1 tackle for Patrick Peterson and an interception, which saved them from getting scored on. Michael Walker. I gotta stop saying Michael. Michael Walker, 5 tackles. Landon Roberts before he went out with a pectoral strain or 5 tackles. Joey Porter Jr., 2 tackles. 3 tackles for Miles Jack, which is he had a sack in this game. Yeah, what a game by Miles Jack. That is a definite, I can be happy to say this, Miles Jack, welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers, my friend. You played a hell of a game. I know a lot of people will probably disagree with some of that, but you played a really good game. And I'm happy to see that from the defense. But yeah, I mean, what we almost, and just if we had just a couple more yards, we would have cracked almost 400 yards. We had a total of 390 yards. So yeah, if we literally got 10 yards, I believe it would have been over 400. And that's both versus the Bengals this year. Yeah, Bengals fans, come on. I mean, I'm going to sit here. I'm not holding back whatsoever. I'm not holding back. You fuckers ended up losing to the Steelers in their worst year. Got swept by the Steelers in their worst year. That sucks for you. But I don't care. I'm a Steelers fan. I fucking hate the Bengals. And I can tell you right now, 3 interceptions thrown against this defense that just last week, last weekend, just gave up 30 some points. And you pulled a Pittsburgh Steeler and gave up 30 points. I mean, I'm riding that till the end of this thing. I don't give a fuck. I fucking hate the Bengals. I hate them so much. Fuck them. Fuck the Bengals. And I'll be happy to say that. Who they? We they. Who they? We they. Who they? We they. Who they think gonna beat them Bengals? And another reason goes to show that you guys cannot hold up without Joe Burrow. And if he continues this up with his injuries, he's going to be another Carson Palmer. That's not me being a hater or anything or whatever anybody says anymore. That's not me hating on anybody or hating on you guys. That's just facts. Up until that stretch of games, you guys were losing badly. So, yeah, guys, I'm trying not to get in the middle of the camera like that. But I'm checking my battery because I'm only on like 20%. But what I'm trying to point out is where's that energy going to be? What's it going to feel like when you go, oh man, yeah, we were going to come in, man, we're going to beat these Steelers. We're going to beat them. This and that and the other. Any type of shit you want to talk. That's fine by me. But when you come in and lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers that just came off of a 35 point, like just gave up 30 some points, how? How do you come in and do that? I covered up the mic so that way it didn't like echo or anything, but how in the world did you allow this to happen? Like, you had no business losing this game to us. We are literally sitting right now in the conference 10th. That sucks. We suck. But you guys made us look like we had the number one defense in the world. Now, in sacking the quarterback, a little bit thanks to the man they call T.J. Watt. And I will say this with all, I want this to feel so disrespectful. Well, not really, but I don't give a fuck what the Bengals think or any of them think. You guys had the opportunity to go to, what was it, 9-6, which possibly you could have made a playoff push. But now it puts you, you're not out of the playoffs yet. I know my team's not going to make playoffs, but the fact that you sucked so bad today, that you made our team look great. Now, this will probably be the last time, and which it will be the last time, that we win a game this year. But I love just seeing the absolute the oh, that's my dog. The absolute misery we put you guys through. As a Steelers fan, I love it. I love it. I am number one. I fucking hate the Bengals. I hate them. I despise the fuck out of them. And just another way to show their loserness, they decide to try to start a scuffle after the game. Getting into Miles Jack and stuff. I mean, I love it because it's the Steelers and Bengals rivalry. So, even with the guys that you have, you guys still have no reason losing to us. Your defense pretty much played like shit. Your offense, yeah, that part right there is exactly what I think of the Bengals. And if when push came to shove, this Steelers team showed up. But this has to be one of your worst losses yet, and probably the most embarrassing losses. So, I'm not going to complain. I'm glad that y'all got embarrassed. And it was in Acrisure Field / Heinz Field. I'll say / Acrisure / Heinz Field because I do love Heinz Field, but I'm also know that it's Acrisure Stadium. I don't complain over it like other Steeler fans do, even though they didn't own rights to the name. They act like they do, or some Steeler fans believe that they do, and they didn't. But still, you had no business losing this game. You had no business. What happened? You came off of winning games just to come in and continue your streak to losing to lower teams in this division, which you have yet to beat this year. So, what's next? What would be the excuse? Y'all just fucking sucked this game. You sucked. And the fact that you gave up, for instance, on a wide receiver screenplay, first pass by Mason Rudolph ends up being taken all the way by George Pickens for a touchdown. And then after you guys finally thought you had a drive going, you stalled and went for it, didn't get it, thanks to JPJ Joey Porter Jr. So, what's the excuses going to be? I have no excuses for my team. I don't want to make any fucking excuse for this team. They are in charge of their own destiny and their own fate in this run. I personally don't think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs. But I'm going to enjoy this win while I can. And then hoping so badly that I'm just hoping that Mike Tomlin gets fired at the end of the season. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. One game with 30 points does not change how I feel about Mike Tomlin. It does not excuse for the past, 7, 8 years without a playoff win. No excuse. And to hear that the Rooneys are actually talking with him about a new contract is why? What has he done to deserve that, Art? What has he done? If you sign him to a new deal, you are going to get clowned by Steeler Nation so badly. They're going to start booing and shit and calling for Mike Tomlin's job. And being honest, I don't blame him. But you, as Bengals fans, should not have fucking lost this game. And I'm going to talk the amount of shit I want to. Y'all were fucking trash. You were trash this game. You had a good run, but you come in and you play a trash team like us. And this Steeler team is fucking ass. Came in with new energy in this game, and it showed. But it's still hilarious that you guys lost when you clearly have the more talented team. But in this game, you didn't show it. No. You were good enough to put 11 points. We were good to put 31. Our first 30-point game this season. Yeah. So there's another thing you can add to your list. Last year, you guys scored 30 on us, or 30, 40 on us. We scored 30 on you in this game. We scored 34 thanks to a field goal by the wizard himself, Wizard of Boz, Chris Boswell. But I always say Chris Boz. But you guys have no excuse. You have the absolute zero excuse of a lifetime right now of this season. That game you guys had was the biggest joke I've seen Oh, well, T. Higgins got this. T. Higgins got that. Oh, we had open guys. What are you talking about? Yeah, and you threw 3 interceptions. One of them, which led us down to get into field goal range, and yet we didn't even have to kick the field goal. We got a touchdown given to Najee Harris. And then a touchdown after that. No, wait, it was a touchdown to Calvin Austin that got 14. The 7 was Najee Harris, I believe. Or it was George Pickens. 2 touchdowns by George Pickens, 1 by Najee. Still, I don't care. A game in which you guys should not have lost, I'm going to fucking talk shit. Y'all stunk. Y'all smelled like straight ass cheeks with shit on them. It wasn't even the regular smell of poop. It was so mild, the shit was just lingering. It was lingering all over the place. I at least can go at the end of the season and say that we swept y'all. We swept you all because you all played like a bunch of bums in this game. So what's the next excuse going to be for you guys? Well, are you going to be a team that can go without a starting QB? Because as you can see right now, literally, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, Mason had 290 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jake Browning had 335, 1 touchdown, but 3 interceptions. The 300 yards itself was, in terms, just for his stats or fantasy. The 300 yards right here don't bother me, or doesn't even bother me at all, because y'all didn't even, you scored 1 touchdown, and then the rest of it was like a field goal. Our last points was a field goal in this game, but we had nothing to lose. Mason Rudolph didn't have anything to lose. That's why he played the way he did. So I hope you take this loss personally, and I hope we see you next season. Which, of course, we'll have Mike Tomlin still. I'm still calling it. If they're already talking about contract extension, then we're fucked. We're already fucked with him still as head coach, and that sign back there is not going to come down, Steeler Nation, at all. I'm keeping that shit up, but the ones that were shit tonight was the Cincinnati Bengals, and they showed it. They showed it so much. Hell, in our last game, they couldn't even get the fucking board working right. It's Cincinnati. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being too kind. Cincinnati. So, yeah, that's just a taste of what this team could have done. What they could have done if they would have cleaned it up earlier. We would have been in way better position. Possibly. You know, the offense did good tonight, and y'all have no reason to be talking shit. Y'all don't have the right to be talking shit in this game. Mason Rudolph didn't even throw 1 interception. Y'all threw 3. I believe the first one was to Patrick Peterson. He was first night starting at safety for Pittsburgh, and you throw an interception to him in the end zone. Then the next one comes to Eric Rowe, which got us in position to get that touchdown to Najee Harris. 3 was Alex Highsmith. Y'all just suck so bad in this game, and I'm going to talk the shit. I'm going to talk it so badly. You all fucking stunk. You stunk like a freaking elephant's asshole. Because I hate your fucking team. There's at times where your fan base was trash to us, or trash to the team. Not necessarily to Steeler fans, but showing disrespect in the past to the team. I have not every Bengals fan is like that, but the ones that are just disgusting. Where they throw shit at you and shit. Yeah, you all know what game I'm talking about. But that's in the past. Y'all got lit up pretty much by Mason Rudolph and this offensive line, which is not one of the best. I think that we at one point were 16th in rushing. But still, y'all have no excuse. You all have no fucking excuse the reason why you lost this game. My team ended up winning this game. And I got a surprise for Bengals fans of what I think about you. Oh, yeah. Oh man, that KFC is really kicking my ass. But you all have no fucking excuse. Y'all sucked tonight. You sucked. Versus a team that had no business winning this game, but said that they were going to come in with something different. And they did. And you got exposed to it. And Mike Hilton, don't act like you did anything on that pass play that Rudolph missed. If that wasn't incomplete, if that got to Deontay, that was going to be another touchdown. And you wouldn't be sitting there talking about that. But yeah, anyway, y'all Bengals, you fucking suck. You lost to us. Bengals fans, you fucking lost to us. Your team and every bit of it sucked tonight, which I'm glad. It just makes me feel wonderful. Oh, this is a good feeling. But I'm going to get off here and call it a night. Well, I'm not going to call it a night. I'm going to play on my Xbox, but Steelers win. They win 34-11 versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And I have a smile on my face. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I want this video to get to, let's say, 14 likes. I ain't pretending last video. I hope that it'll eventually get 10. But if that last video does get 10 likes, I'm going for 14 on this. I'm aiming goals for myself. I want to be able to aim for those goals and hopefully achieve them. But yeah, if you like this video, leave a comment and subscribe. And like this video, get it up to 14 likes. I don't know how long it would take for it to get there. I don't care how long it takes. But I love every one of you guys that watch my videos. I'm truly grateful. I'm not trying to be like a kiss ass or anything. I'm truly grateful for you guys, and I hope you have a blessed week. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.